If you are watching this program, then you must have come to the official website www.sambafis.org. And you must certainly know the art of self-defense. And you are able not only to fall, but to throw your opponent. And probably you also understand how to make a painful leg hold. And there's a good chance you have got broken ears. Let me congratulate you. We are made of the same cloth. Hello, I'm Vladimir Ivanitsky. In today's program, the Russian president's Samba Cup always stays at home. Why does it happen? You'll hear the opinion of one of the most respected Samba wrestlers, multiple world champion Yuri Rybak of Belarus. Dear Russians, if we win the cup in Moscow, then they will close down Samba in Russia. So it's a matter of principle for us not to win. Learning Samba from the Koreans, the Asian Championship in Seoul has become the model for organizing the continental Samba competitions. We will tell you what caused the admiration of the head coach of the Taiwanese team.
Please come and join us. We would like to introduce this to all of Taiwanese. Please come quick, come on!
25 countries took part in the Pan American Samba Championship. How many of them managed to win some medals? And where will the Samba Center named after Vladimir Putin be built? And also, when will the Pan American Samba wrestlers get prize cars for the first place? And other championship events. World champion Yana Kostenko opens our new rubric Samba Style. We hope that it is just the beginning and other Samba wrestlers will follow suit. This is professional work I may be proud of later. People will watch me, admire me. I could well become someone's muse. One of the biggest Samba tournaments, which is traditionally held in early summer in Moscow, is the Russian President's Cup. Actually, it's the unofficial World Championship. The fact is, this event traditionally gathers the top national teams. Typically, the entry list is based on the results of the last World Championship, a total of 6 teams. But this time, the organizers decided to change the format. This year is Samba's anniversary, so it was decided to invite the teams of the CIS countries and Baltic countries. The successors and keepers of the tradition born 75 years ago in the Soviet Union. The more Samba competitions, the better. Samba attracts more and more viewers' attention and is becoming popular very fast. I think the Russian President's Cup is an iconic event, attracting the top teams. In this case, we can see the best teams from the former Soviet republics. I think it's a very good decision. This year our history will become complete, and we will show where Samba has come from, its origins. Today we can see the Armenian, Moldovan, Ukrainian, Belarusian teams, the Baltic states, national teams, and we see many exciting fights. Naturally, the main favorite of the tournament is the Russian team, which for 6 consecutive years does not give anyone else the opportunity to take the top prize. It confidently beat Armenian wrestlers 9-0 and advanced to the finals. And the representatives of the Transcaucasia got a chance to compete for bronze, destined with a big advantage to the wrestlers from Moldova 8-1. The only victory for Moldova was won by heavyweight Yuri Semykin. Falling behind in the final bout, he was able to make a painful hold. Yuri, did you at least have some time to see the city? Yes, I really like the city. It's always been my wish to come here. My dream was to go to Russia. When I knew I'll be here, I was very happy. I wanted to show everything I've got. This time we'll get to fight the Russian team, which is also one of my dreams come true. So I'm happy. There were two favorites in the second group, the Ukrainian team, beating the Baltic states in the first round, and the wrestlers from Belarus. These two teams determined who will get a ticket to the finals. The Ukrainians relied on the lightweights and on their most stable fighters, the team leaders, such as Viktor Savinov. The six-time world champion makes his lethal five-blocking turn, and the score becomes equal once again, 3-3. Everyone knows your strong suit, the thigh-blocking turn. But you still managed to do it. How? Experience. Yes, it's experience mainly, and my partner was a young guy. But by no means an easy fight. He's got strong hands. So it was no use trying the strength on this one. As we have said already, everyone knows about it. But I did manage to do it. My trump card is, first of all, the functional side and the cunning throws that get past the defense. He's much younger, but functionally weaker. Yes, I am 37, but I can still give a good fight. Finally, the Belarusians win 6-3 and reach the finals, and the Ukrainians get third place, after besting the Sambo wrestlers from Armenia in the fight for bronze. We've got a good reception, the hotel is nice, nice rooms, every possible amenity for the sportsmen. Great organizing. Everything is perfect. Absolutely no complaints. Why are these competitions so interesting for us? Because here are the first numbers of the national teams. We have both the veterans and the youth in our team. So we have had a chance to test our youth. What are their goals? What are ours in working with them? For us, this is a very interesting competition. It promotes Sambo. No other country in the world holds such competitions like Russians do, with such enthusiasm, such accommodation, such wonderful organization and meals at the highest possible level. It's a wonderful tournament, I think. I wish every country could also host such competitions. The afternoon part of the event, held at the Friendship Arena, was preceded by the opening ceremony with a lot of distinguished guests. One of them was the Deputy Prime Minister of Russia, Dmitry Rogozin. He took over the patronage of the Russian Samba and will help in all respects. I'm glad our guests today are the former republics of the Soviet Union, the great country where we were born, raised and educated. And it's important that Samba traditions are now developing on this vast Eurasian territory. It shouldn't be a surprise that Samba will become even more popular. And we shouldn't resent the fact that we'll get to see great wrestlers able to defeat our athletes also. Representatives of the country where Sambo was born. It's only natural. Like English football team may well lose to Brazil or Spain because football, born in England, became a great and popular international game. Likewise, Samba has got a major potential to become an international, an Olympic sport. We should fight for it, as Samba deserves it. Let me congratulate all of you in this hall today. Let me congratulate those striving for victory. And to those who won't get to the finals, I want to say this: don't fret. Your victories are ahead. Because self-defense without weapons is a sport giving happiness, strength, confidence. And anyone taking part in this event is a hero already, a champion. Congratulations.
The Belarusians got to the finals, losing 8-1. Because of an injury of Ivan Aniskevich, the guest team did not have anyone in the category of 62 kilograms. However, all the fights were very hard traditionally for the meetings between these strongest teams. Alexander Koksha was the first one to score for the guest team. He defeated Evgeny Sukhamlinov in the 68 kilograms category. Stepan Popov in the 74 kilograms category was next. The interest in this meeting was fueled by the fact that first Ali Kurzhev was declared for the Russian team, but then his twin brother Uali went to the mat. Losing 1 point to the world champion Ali Kurzhev, Stepan managed to throw 2 seconds before the end of the fight, which could make the final bout even more thrilling. But eventually, after seeing the recording many times, the referees declared the throw not effective. Here's how the situation is seen by the athletes themselves. The referees did not see it at first, but they've got a video replay. They watched the video replay and saw everything. I just didn't want to take a risk this time, as I was 1 point ahead. But I did take a risk at the very end of the fight. I don't know why myself, but the referees sorted it out. Please tell us a couple of words about your opponent. Stepan Popov is my rival since 2009. It's our 7th meeting, we know each other. And I did expect a difficult fight, though the previous fights were somewhat easier for me. I just didn't want to take any risks this time. I saw it in the replay and I think I did score. There was a throw from the ground. So it wasn't 4 points, just 1. But it's for the referee to say. Actually, I was preparing to wrestle his twin brother Ali, but just before the fight, they announced Ali. So I had to rethink the strategy completely new after the starting whistle. Not everyone knows the difference between the twins. What is it? They are twins, but one is fighting in the left-hand stance and another one in the right-hand stance. Both are high level, both were in the Russian championship, in the finals. Were the opponents, both of them, but totally different in style. So I was prepared for one, but fought the other one. Do you know that he was going to fight your brother? Yes, they have recently met at the Harlampias tournament here in Moscow, and it was a hard fight. Actually, they wanted my brother to fight 2 days before the President's Cup. Everything has changed because he has an injury. So I was a surprise for Stepan Popov. What's the style difference between you and your brother? We are fighting in different stances. He's left, I'm right. Can you show it? I'm right-handed, so it's a right stance for me. So he's left-handed, so it's a left stance for him. I think it's easier for Stepan to deal with the left-hand wrestler. They fought twice before, my brother won, but it was hard. And for me it's much simpler. I outplayed him in the grips. So he was not expecting this. I think we'll talk with him later and joke about it. The score is 4-1. Is there still a chance? There's always a chance, of course. Let's hope our team wins. I wish you luck. Don't be upset. But every chance and every hope of the Belarusians to get the trophy were destroyed by the Russian team's debutant Sergei Ryabov. His painful hold on the leg marks the winning point, 5-1. The Russian team wins. Though there are still some fights ahead and we'll see good wrestling in the heavyweight categories. My opponent made an oblique grip. I turned him to the ground fighting and made the pain hold, knee bar. So that's it. And where's this China from? From the training. In the up to the 90 kilograms category, Arsen Khadjan gave his counterpart Sergei Lesyak the real aviation day, as the Sambo wrestling saying goes.
It seemed likely we won't see this much throws again in the finals, but no. The men in the weight category of 100 plus kilograms are on the mat, and another wrestling joke: heavyweights on the mat don't wait for any throws. Is it hard to stay tuned for the fight when your team is already a champion? Or maybe it was easy with Rybak? In fact, we are the same age with Yuri and has been meeting at high-level competitions since 1998. And if you take the total number of fights, I have not yet caught up with him. He won more. So I need to win one more time to equalize. So we tune for the fight, whether our team is winning or losing. It's a perfect stimulus to prove you are the stronger one. Yuri, is it possible to win the President's Cup from the Russians? Dear Russians, if we win the President's Cup in Moscow, then they will close down Sambo wrestling here. So we don't want to win. That's all. So the President's Cup cannot leave Russia yet? I think it won't leave Russia, because we will try to make it stay. We will try because it is a very important tournament for us, and we should not give up the cup. So for the 7th year in a row, the cup goes to the strongest team in the world. But each time the victory is harder to get. The Asian Sambo Championship, held in the capital of South Korea, is a new era in the development of our kind of wrestling. In its scale and organization, it has surpassed all expectations. The participants met in a magnificent hall of the major sports university Yongin. Its graduates are the leaders of the national Korean team. At the last Olympic Games in London, its students won 11 medals. Please note how the hall is decorated, and the presence of distinguished guests at the opening ceremony speaks volumes about the state's support for the Asian Sambo tournament. Sambo has become so popular when 3 years ago the president of the Korean Federation, Mr. Moon, organized a national tour together with Fyodor Yemelyanenko. Performance of the last emperor, as they call Fyodor, has caused a surge of interest in Sambo. This explains the fact that the tournament's broadcaster was one of the world's main TV giants, the national sports channel KBCN, present at all major sporting events, including the Olympics. The Korean live broadcast could be watched by the audience of the official website Sambo FIAS. The first ever World Sambo Championship was held in 1973 in Tehran, and after the event, Sambo in Iran began to develop rapidly. The Asian Championship in South Korea will probably also boost the growth of our beloved martial art in this country. This tournament has truly raised the bar for all the future hosts of the Continental Championships. More than 200 wrestlers from the Asian continent competed for medals in girls and boys tournaments, as well as the juniors and the adults in sports Sambo and combat Sambo. As experts predicted, the main favorites of the tournament were the teams of Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Mongolia and Kyrgyzstan.
Hardened in fights at various levels, wrestlers from these countries felt confident at the Asian Championship. However, the novices, maybe less experienced but even more willing to win, didn't allow the favorites to relax. Particularly the Korean wrestlers, who did not give up until the last second of every fight. It was especially obvious during the combat sambo semi-finals in the 68 kilograms category. Korean Yong Jung Kim at first confidently took the lead against his opponent from Mongolia, Gorl, then made several serious errors and started to lose. But he didn't stop looking for his chance, and 6 seconds before the end of the bout he found it. The leg throw gave him 4 points, and so he goes to the final, to the delight of local audience, despite the fact that it was his rival who celebrated victory in the fight for the first place. This semi-final makes sure the Korean silver still has a gold shimmer. The Koreans' fight pleased the audience so much that the Taiwanese coach could not contain her emotions and appealed to everyone to take up sambo.
We love sambo, and also, of course, all sportsmen all love sambo, and this is very exciting games. And please come and join us. We would like to introduce this to all of Taiwanese. Please come quick, come on!
By the way, in girls' competition, the Taiwanese team member Yang Chun, 75 kilograms plus category, who debuted with the team at the Asian Championship, won the gold. And for the Iranian athlete, it's the second championship title in his career. In Seoul, I won my second gold at the Asian Championships. Before that, it was silver for me, so I'm able to compare. And I can say that I've never seen such a wonderful organization at the Continental Championships ever. I hope sambo in Asia will continue to evolve in the right direction at the same pace. As for me, it's time to prepare for the Universiade in Kazan. The nearest neighbors of the home team, the Japanese, also praised the level of the competition and the scale of the work done. The Japanese have themselves hosted a great tournament this year, the Vladimir Putin's Cup. That's where they selected a team to participate in the Asian Championship. And here they got 4 medals in adult competitions, 3 bronze ones and a silver one. Let me express our admiration for Mr. Moon, and we hope that in the near future we will have the opportunity to hold the Asian Championship in Japan. We will try to organize it as well as it was done by the South Korea's Sambo Federation. The desire to host a nation championship proved contagious for many of the participants of the tournament. I think it's like the desire to be able to do tricks. You just see someone's good at it and wish to repeat it yourself. One of those who got a powerful charge of inspiration for the development of sambo here was the president of India's Sambo Federation, Suresh Gopi. This Asian Championship was attended by 4 athletes from India. 2 of them were able to win medals. Of course, as with every new initiative, there were some minor flaws at the tournament, but they have not spoiled the overall favorable impression. And I know for sure, together we can overcome any difficulty. Today I'm positive about the bright future of sambo in Asia, South Korea, and of course in India. I much appreciate the work of Mr. Shestakov. I will do my best to help him and develop sambo in my country and on our continent. I want India to host the Asian Championship soon. Well, what about the organizers themselves? Are they satisfied with the results, and what are their plans for the future? The president of South Korea Sambo, Mr. Moon. I believe that here at the Asian Championship our athletes have shown only 50 to 60% of their true potential. It's much higher. However, they managed to win the medals of all values, which can be considered a success. We have invited coaches from Russia to train Korean athletes and prepare our team for major tournaments. The achieved results show that we are moving in the right direction. This means that the practice of inviting coaches from Russia will be continued, because our goal is to raise the quality of sambo wrestlers in South Korea. I think over time we will be able to nurture our own coaching staff. We wish you a good rest after you say goodbye to the guests. No time to rest. We need to prepare well for the Universiade in Kazan, and then a serious work on the organization of the 2014 Youth World Sambo Championship.
This tournament is still more than a year ahead, so I'm sure that we will do everything necessary to hold the competition at a very high level. But the work needs to start now. No doubt the next Youth World Championship will be held by Koreans at the highest level. We will next meet the Asian athletes at the Universiade, where everyone will be counting upon their luck, certainly the newcomers from Taiwan.
Sambo, win your day!
Panama is the country connecting two world oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific one, by its famous channels. The last of the four continental championships, the Pan American one, was held there. The best Samba wrestlers on the continent were determined in Panama. As it is usually the case at such tournaments, the competition is preceded by Congress, which summarizes the year's work and proposes tasks for the short and long term. This time the forum attracted delegates from a record number of states, 25. Now for the details. New leadership of the Continental Federation was elected at the Congress. Juan Pablo Melo resigned, and the Panama Samba's head Cesar Chu became new FIAS president. And the new Secretary General is Omar Lopero Tomayo, the Colombia's Samba's president. Juan Pablo Melo from Argentina and Victor Pirela from Venezuela were unanimously chosen vice presidents of FIAS. Vito Leone, representing Ecuador, was elected the treasurer. The executive committee of the federation was widened to include the presidents of the Brazilian Samba, Carlos Maya, the head of Mexican Samba, Antonio Ramirez, Jason Fraser from Trinidad and Tobago, and Franco Bulnes from Chile. New president of the Continental Federation, Mr. Cesar Chu, noted that the Congress has considered the applications of 11 new Samba federations, the candidates for joining the ranks of FIAS. As they provide the necessary documents, they will be accepted as members of the Pan American Samba Federation and then the World Samba family. Here's the list of the newcomers: El Salvador, Honduras, Antigua, Guyana, Santa Lucia, Jamaica, Nicaragua, Bolivia, Peru, Guatemala and Barbados. In an interview to our program, the Secretary General of FIAS, Mr. Omar Lopero Tomayo, noted that in recent years Samba on the continent got a new life. And most importantly, all the members of Congress have worked harmoniously as a team.
Мы хотим поблагодарить Шестакова, потому
We want to thank Shestakov because we have never had as much support as we are getting now. The fact that today 25 countries take part in the championship and in the Congress is to his credit. Big thanks to him. A personal question. I know Mr. Omar Lopero Tomayo's wife is a big sports functionary in her own right. So who's the boss at home? My wife is in the Olympic Committee, so she's senior and more important in the hierarchy. I can tell together with my wife we are now building a center for development of Samba in Colombia, named after Vladimir Putin, the Russian president. It is because he does a great job for Samba, and we are grateful. If all the formalities are fulfilled in November at the FIAS Congress, the beginners can become members of the International Samba Federation as well. As to this competition itself, the current president of FIAS believes it will be a great tournament. It has gathered many well-trained athletes, some Olympic Games participants, and even among the newcomers there are some strong masters. But the main expectations are for the combat Samba tournament. There are some very serious contenders there. Combat Samba is extremely popular here. I have also an idea for an open Pan American Championship, and the grand prize will be a car from Kia Motors. The medals at this two-day tournament went to the athletes from 21 countries, which is a testament to the rapid growth of the popularity of Samba in Pan America. Now, the personal impressions of the winners and participants of the Continental Championship from the first person, as they say. And the first person who attracted our attention was a Peruvian heavyweight who won a historic victory. He brought his country its first ever gold in Samba competitions.
При росте 2 метра 10
I am 2 meters 10 centimeters tall and I weigh about 180 kilograms. I am a judo wrestler, but I heard about Samba and decided to try it. What do I like about it? Judo wrestling is steadily losing techniques, and Samba is a good opportunity to shake off the restrictions. In judo, I am a 6-time Pan American champion and I got 11th place at the Beijing Olympics. And I have Ukrainian roots. My grandmother was from Ukraine. Thanks for the interview. The Trinidad and Tobago team won 10 medals, including 4 gold ones. Most of the medals were won in combat samba, which is the main specialization of the country's national team. By the way, the excellent motivation of this country's athletes have been first noted at last year's World Championships in Minsk, where they were left without medals, but this year they expect to surprise the sports world. Remember my face. In St. Petersburg, I planned to win the gold medal. Last year in Minsk, I failed to do it. It was my first major international samba competition. I didn't really know about the samba rules then. I started practicing samba just 2 years ago. Found out about it from seminars held in our country by Andrei Moshanov. I dedicate today's victory to my second father, the president of Trinidad and Tobago's Samba Federation, Jason Fraser. He's a man of gold. He loves samba with all his heart and helps us a lot. The Northerners have also shown good results in Panama. The US team got 1 silver and 3 bronze medals. The Canadians took 5 awards, 2 silvers, 2 bronzes, and Adam Takahashi has won gold in sports samba in the 62 kilograms category. His teammate Katya Brillant almost got first place, but lost in the finals to Sandra Timane from Venezuela.
Я просто никак не могла избавиться от
I just could not get rid of the judo habit not to break the grips. And so I lost, but I really enjoyed samba. Ah, your boyfriend is a samba wrestler too. Yes, he is a samba wrestler, and they have been together for 2 years now. They plan to marry soon. He fights in the weight category of 52 kilograms, and I'm in the 48 kilograms category. You've got blue nails. Does it have any special meaning? Does it have any special meaning, the color of your nails? No, I just like this color very much. But wrestling makes a mess of it. Women have it really hard in samba. Samba has opened a lot of doors for me. I can see the world. I've been to Russia already, to Uzbekistan, to other countries. I hope to be in Kazan too in July, if everything turns out right. We wish you luck. It will be her first university, and it's her chance to write her name in the annals of the student sports movement. Yes, God willing, yes. It's impossible not to know the Colombian athletes' performance at this championship. There are 3 gold medals in the Panamanian coin box, as well as 3 silver and 4 bronze medals. Anderson Jimenez, who placed 3rd in the weight category of 68 kilograms in sports samba, have developed an original hairstyle specifically for the championship. He shaved out his country's name upon his head. Each new event I try to think of something new. My country is in my heart, so I wrote the word Colombia upon my head. My bronze medal is a present for my Colombia. I am happy with the result. The lion's share of awards goes to the Venezuelan Masters, which is pretty traditional already. They've long been the leaders in samba wrestling, and their claim to international recognition is getting more serious each passing year. We say goodbye to Pan America and to all our heroes, especially those we didn't show today. We say so long, friends.
Win your day.
Oh, to win your day.
Win your day. Win your day.
Красавцы!
Finally, as promised, we present a new rubric, Samba Style. The person who was not afraid to open this rubric is the world champion Yana Kostenko. Hi, I'm Yana Kostenko. See my photos and videos at the Sambo FIAS site. This issue of our TV video magazine Sambo FIAS is over. Next time, you'll see our report about the Sambo wrestlers' performance at the University in Kazan. Good luck to everyone, and let everyone win his victory.
Win your day.